Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and on today's video I'll be predicting the 2022 Major League Rugby season. So let's get into the video. In the Major League Rugby regular season, each team plays 16 matches in 18 weeks. In the 2022 Major League Rugby season, there will be 13 teams, including one new team called the Dallas Jackals. So here are my Western Conference standing predictions. The Dallas Jackals. The Dallas Jackals are the newest team to MLR this season. Usually new expansion teams aren't that good in their first season in the league, but who knows for sure. Their first match in franchise history will be against Austin. I have them being the worst team in the Western Conference, and this is certainly going to be a challenging season for them. The Houston SaberCats. The Houston SaberCats were the worst team in the league last season with 2 wins and 14 losses worth 13 points on that campaign. They haven't made the playoffs yet in their franchise history. Houston has basically hit the reset button this offseason, and they have brought in a new head coach for the 2022 campaign. The Houston SaberCats will be a better team this season, and they won't finish the 2022 campaign in last place, but not a playoff contender this season. The Seattle Seawolves. The two-time MLR champions, the Seattle Seawolves, finished 5th in the Western Conference last season. Their overall record was 4 wins and 12 losses worth 26 points on the season. They did finish the 2021 campaign on a high note by winning their last 2 matches to close out the season. Seattle on paper has improved immensely for the upcoming season, but given how uninspired the team was sometimes last year, that it could be difficult to know exactly how good they can be. My prediction is that they will be an overall better team this season and could potentially make the playoffs if everything goes right. The Utah Warriors. The Utah Warriors were the second best team in the Western Conference last season. In the 2021 season, they won 10 games and lost 6 games and had 57 points on that campaign. In their franchise history, they have made the playoffs 2 times, and they haven't yet played in an MLR championship match yet. Utah still has plenty of standout players left on the roster this season. I believe that the Utah Warriors will still be a competitive team this season, but they may not reach the same level as the previous season. The Austin Gilgronis. Austin has never made the playoffs yet in franchise history. Their record in the 2021 season was 9 wins and 7 losses worth 47 points, and they missed out on the playoffs by just 10 points. In the short history of MLR, Austin had the worst season of any team in the league, experiencing a winless 2019 campaign. I believe that Austin will be looking to make their first ever playoff berth in the 2022 season. The San Diego Legion. The San Diego Legion had a disappointing season by missing the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Their record in the 2021 season was 6 wins and 10 losses worth 38 points. San Diego has made 1 MLR championship match in their history, and that one time was in the 2019 season. I absolutely think that the San Diego Legion will have a bounce-back season this year, and the future could be bright for them. The LA Giltinis. LA had a fantastic season last year by winning their first MLR championship in franchise history over Rugby ATL. Their record in the 2021 season was 12 wins and 4 losses worth 63 points. The 2021 season was also the first season in franchise history for them. I believe that LA will be the best team in the Western Conference this season, and they could win back-to-back MLR championships this year. Here are my Eastern Conference standing predictions. The Old Glory DC. The Old Glory DC finished the 2021 season in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Their record last season was 6 wins, 1 draw, and 9 losses worth 39 points. They have been playing in the league since the 2020 season, and they haven't made the playoffs yet in franchise history. So my prediction is that the Old Glory DC will finish dead last in the Eastern Conference this season. The Rugby ATL. Rugby ATL went all the way to MLR championship match against LA last season. Unfortunately, they lost that match. Their record last season was 11 wins and 5 losses worth 53 points. Not that long ago, Rugby ATL's return to the playoffs would have seemed certain, but now the future looks much different. They lost their head coach because of a disagreement with the team's new owner. The team no longer has a head coach or a director of rugby. I believe that they won't be that good this season because of the late changes that could affect the whole team. The New England Free Jacks. The New England Free Jacks completed their first season in the league in 2021. Their record last season was 10 wins and 6 losses on that campaign. After having a promising season last year, they could be a playoff contender this year. So my prediction is that they will be a good team this season and they will be competing for a playoff spot, and the key being whether or not the new faces can align themselves with their pre-existing tools in place. The New Orleans Gold. The New Orleans Gold finished the 2021 season in 3rd place and just missed the playoffs by 2 points. Their record last season was 10 wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses worth 51 points. They haven't yet made the playoffs yet in franchise history, and they have been around since 2018. I believe this will be the season that they will finally break their playoff drought. The Toronto Arrows. The Toronto Arrows had a horrible season last year by finishing dead last in the Eastern Conference. Their record last season was 5 wins and 11 losses worth 30 points. Last season, they based themselves in Atlanta for the duration of the season. Toronto has been around since the 2019 season, and they have only made the playoffs once in their history. I absolutely think that they will recapture their form from the 2019 season when they made the playoffs. The Rugby United New York. The Rugby United New York almost made it to the MLR Championship match last season, but unfortunately they lost against Rugby ATL in the Eastern Conference Final. Their record last season was 10 wins and 6 losses worth 53 points. They have made the playoffs 2 times in their franchise history. I believe that they will be the best team in the Eastern Conference this season, and maybe they could win the MLR Championship this season. Now let's go to the playoffs. In the Western Conference playoffs, I have the Austin Gilgronis versus the San Diego Legion. This will be the first time in franchise history that Austin has made a playoff appearance. The San Diego Legion did make the playoffs last season, but in their franchise history they have made the playoffs 2 times. These 2 teams have met each other 7 times, with the San Diego Legion winning 5 out of the 7 matches. I have the San Diego Legion winning this match. In the Eastern Conference playoffs, I have the New Orleans Gold versus the Toronto Arrows. The New Orleans Gold have never made the playoffs yet in franchise history, and this would be the first time. The Toronto Arrows did make the playoffs last season, but they have made the playoffs once in their history. These 2 teams have met each other 4 times in the regular season, with New Orleans Gold winning all 4 matchups. I have the Toronto Arrows winning this match. In the Western Conference Finals, I have the LA Giltinis versus the San Diego Legion. These 2 teams haven't met each other in the playoffs yet, but they have met each other 2 times in the regular season, with LA winning both matchups. LA will be looking to go back to the MLR Championship match for the 2nd straight season. The San Diego Legion have made 1 MLR Championship game in the 2019 season against the Seattle Seawolves. So I have the Giltinis winning this match. In the Eastern Conference Finals, I have the Toronto Arrows versus the Rugby United New York. These 2 teams haven't met each other in the playoffs yet, but they have met each other 4 times in the regular season, with both teams winning 2 games each. The Toronto Arrows haven't made the MLR Championship match yet in their history. New York almost made it to the MLR Championship match, but unfortunately they lost in the semifinals against Rugby ATL. I have the Rugby United New York winning this match over the Toronto Arrows. In the 2022 Major League Rugby Final, I have the LA Giltinis versus the Rugby United New York. This will be the first ever championship game between these 2 teams. They have met each other once in the regular season, with New York winning that matchup. This will be New York's first time playing the MLR Championship match. On the other hand, this will be LA's 2nd straight season playing the MLR Championship match after winning it last season. I have the Rugby United New York winning the 2022 Major League Rugby Championship. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and who do you think is the best team in Major League Rugby this season? Join me in the comment section down below and tell me what you guys think. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that notification bell to be notified of new videos in the future. Please share this video with friends and family, and please get this video out there. My name is Nathan, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to just keep loving sports, and I'll see you next time.